It's Saturday, April 24th. We're back up at the hangar, and today we've got a special guest in the house. My very good friend is here. I talked about in the last video. He built an RV-12. We flew out to Oshkosh 2016, and he is here to help out a little bit over the weekend. So having some good conversations with him, getting caught up on things, and getting to play with airplane parts. Speaking of parts, I got an order in yesterday from Aerosport. I ordered the carbon fiber fairing for the vertical stabilizer, ordered the vertical stabilizer tip, and also the tail cone tip from them. I know that's cheating because I don't have to do any trimming or anything. We just have to drill these or match drill these and get those mounted. So that'll be a lot easier, and they are already fit, basically a drop-in that we'll be able to use for that. Today's mission is we've got our aft spar over there. We're going to mark that for our non-rivet locations. We have to be sure to not rivet where the gap seals rivet in after the fact, so we need to make sure that those are clear. We're going to get our landing light mount holes marked, drilled up, get that ready to go. Probably get these ribs clecoed up, maybe get the rear spar clecoed on, but it's, as always, it's the see how far we get. So here we go. I shot a segment last time on the last video, and for some reason, I've done this before, I think I hit the stop button instead of the start button, so it didn't get recorded. Remember when you're doing the right wing that everything is backwards from the instructions from when you did the left wing. So that can be a gotcha. My wife and I went over this probably about 4 or 5 times to make sure we had everything correct, in the right spot and ready to go, but again, make sure that you are referencing, when you reference the manual, that you're going to be backwards on the right wing. Something I don't think I covered on the other wing was when we were trying to mount up, or I guess mark the holes for the mount up for the landing lights. Book says to put it in the center of the cutout. And so the question is how do we do that? How do we find center? And we just took and measured the hole, split the difference, and marked the center. And we'll just reference that to the center line on the light here. So I held that bracket up there for the outside bracket, and I marked that off. I lined it up to where I thought it would be pretty close, and I marked the holes, and then I took my caliper, measured the center hole of that left side hole, and then made the mark, scratched the mark on there for the center, and looks like I got pretty dang close on that hole on the right. So pretty close. We'll call that good. That is 0.225 inch from the edge of that hole in the spar. So now we can put the other one up there and mark those holes. Okay, so here's my strategy on this one. I'm at we'll set the caliper to 0.225. and double check it against that mark that I made. That's 0.225. And we're pretty close to, I'll just mark a line on here. Let's see, where's the edge of that is right, that's where that bracket goes. So about right here, right in here. So I'm just gonna scribe a line along here, a very light line. So I got my 0.225 line there, and use my Cleco clamp to So that lines up that bracket. Center that up. And mark the hole for the bottom bracket. Hey, project manager's here. Just do it like that.
You got it right side up, right?
Yes.
Okay, because there is a, one was a definite, one was.
Yes, the two, the fat part goes down, the skinny part goes up.
Okay.
Sure.
Most important tool in my box.
Oh, tell me about it.
We ended up having 2 drills
Yeah.
because we were swapping back and forth and stuff. So we ended up just
We
using.
were doing something and we each had a reamer.
It's when we do the scans.
That's right.
Yeah.
We each had a reamer and,
Yep.
and our.
A reamer and a rivet gun.
Yeah.
And just doing
Yep.
this the whole time.
Yeah. Twist.
Well, making some progress today. Got you saw us do the landing light mount, and we've got obviously got our ribs clecoed up to the spar. We got the rear spar clecoed up. Next step here is, if you remember, I talked about how this piece of the spar is a different design. This is the new design of the rear spar, and the flap hinge arm interferes, well, I guess this interferes with the flap hinge arm. So Randy gave us a solution on that. We just do a gentle file on here. So we'll just file just enough out of there to get the clearance and go from there. Just a little bit more. And then we'll round that out. So I use a round file to kind of get it started, and then I'll use this quarter round file to finish that out, so smooth that out, and then we'll sand that and smooth it. So that's good there. Now we'll just round it out. All right. Making progress, and I apologize, I haven't been shooting too much time lapse on this. I'll get going on that, but we're at the point of getting we got the truss bolted to the rear spar and to the front spar. We did that earlier. We did the rear spar today and we did the washer shimming in here, so that's good. The truss, the spar is straight across the back, and we are going to start riveting the ribs into the front spar. Wrapped up for the day, and got few things done. Got our brackets riveted in for the landing light. We didn't do that on the other wing when we put it together, but decided to go ahead and rivet those in today since we've got access to it. We got the ribs all riveted on the front spar. Got the tie down ring riveted in with the rib. And then for the rear spar, we got it bolted in and torqued. I didn't torque seal it yet. And we riveted in everything except where the gap seals will rivet later when we do the top skin. So next on the agenda is going to be mounting the aileron and flat bell crank assemblies. Do we do cable? We do aileron cable then? I can't remember. Yeah, so then cable comes next. But that's as far as we got today. Good day today. Had a couple visitors. Got to catch up with my buddy. He's been helping us out today. And we'll be up here tomorrow. So give me a thumbs up if you're liking the videos. I appreciate it. Questions, comments, love those. Thanks for doing that. And any recommendations you might have, I always take those under consideration. I always check that stuff out. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Have a good evening. And that's it for now.